Hey guys, hope everyone is doing well. Happy Wednesday. We're almost there. So it's day 8 of 10-day Go Live Challenge. Thank you very much for those who are going to be tuning in and those who are going to be watching afterwards. Thank you again. So I am here because I have my final guest today, and it's Stella. Thanks, Stella, for
Hello.
joining.
I'm so excited. Thank
Great.
you for
So am I.
inviting me.
I left my my special guest at the end. So, okay, so let's get into it. I'm not going to take too much of your time as well. As you know, I try to keep it within 15 minutes spare time, but if it goes a little bit over, thank you for those who are going to be sticking around. Um, all right, so Stella, let's start off with you. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yes, thank you. Absolutely. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. And then my name is Stella, as you already know. I originally came from Jakarta, Indonesia. That's where I've been born. And then in 2014, me and my husband moved here to Canada. And then now we are a couple blessed with two little children. And then I used to be a QA, quality assurance supervisor. And then it's actually a combined, I have a combined experience in pharmacy, food industry. And then just last year, I decided it is time for me to change my lifestyle. And then now I am a successful digital business owner. And I'm so honored to be here with Asmina, my friend and my fellow business partner.
I'm honored as well that you accepted the invitation. So thank you for that. Um, Hi, Zainab. Thank you so much for watching. With that said, the next question then would be, why did you decide to become a digital business owner? What got you to the online space?
Um, yeah, as everyone knows, everyone have different reason why we start something. But for me myself, it's because of I feel like I'm missing a lot of stuff, and then my life just not making sense anymore. You know, we work hard. I work hard as a person, and it's felt normal before. But when I become a parent, you know, my my priority just shifted, and then I feel like I work for my family, and then but I don't have time for my family, and then you know, the more I work, the more I lose the time that my kids deserve from me. And then my husband also thinking that our parents is growing old and never growing young, you know.
Right.
So they might be living with us maybe in another 10 or 20 years. And if we only focus on paying the bills and not enjoying the moment, what's the point of life, right?
Mhm.
So we started to look for a business that is portable, that is flexible, and then online business is the only way. That's the hard truth. If you open another business like brick and mortar, it's like 24/7. Your time it's like more busier, but with online business, with automation, we feel like it is our way, and then we just go for it, and then our life has never been better. Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah. And I also I would say that that's sort of like also one of my reasons why I decided. It was because obviously I felt that because I also have 3 young kids. So for me, it was important to be around them as much as possible. And you know how it is, like with kids, they want your attention more, they want you to be around more. I think our youngest are almost the same age. Like I have a
Mhm.
3-year-old, and I think you have somebody who's like a daughter that's younger than that, right?
3 years, 3 years.
3 years, okay.
Yeah.
There you go. So you know how it is, like because at that age they really need more attention. You need to teach them. There's a lot of teaching involved and things like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's also probably that was also one of my reasons. And also like the fact that you said about parents. I did it also because of my parents, because they took such good care of us when we were young. And, I think it's in our culture, or like the way we are raised, is that it's time for us to take care of our parents, no matter how it may be, right? So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, totally. Hi, Mulada. Hi, Sani. Hi, Aladdin. Thank you so much for joining. Okay, so with that said, how as like I get a lot of questions about mothers who come up and say that, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I have the time. I have young kids. As a mother of two young kids, how do you manage your time with handling the business plus, your family?
Well, at first I feel the same too. Oh my God, I don't even have time for myself, right? And but now I have to do a business. That's my first thought. Because in my mind before I joined this, running a business is something like handling an alien. Like, what is this? I never had an experience running a business before. I always been an employee, right? So in my mind, now I have to do from A to Z. What can I do? Who am I, right? But uh, my husband giving me the access to the training site. Here you go. This is it. You look for it yourself, and then once I'm there, I'm seeing a step by step training, and then I keep looking one step at a time, and then from there, since then I'm growing. Like it's actually pretty easy, like um, the business itself can run it for itself. So if you ask me how did I manage it, the business itself running for me. So what I do is only tweak it a little bit, and then um, if you know your priority, you know why you're doing something, you will always find time. Like
Mhm.
I know for myself that this is a gateway for my future. So even though I'm busy, I learned to multitask. I learned that, okay, which one is more priority? Taking my kids for go outside, and then if I already done that, I feed the kids, I take them to shower, and then I have like an hour or 2 hours a day doing my business. It's enough because the business itself is working for me, and then again, it's not like a brick or mortar business that you have to go to the place, turn on the light, and then bring people to you. It's practically automation, and then I feel like I'm doing okay, just fine today, because I also scheduling my days. When you know your priority in the days, you know your priority during the week, you will know, you will be consciously choosing what you want to do during the week. So I think that's uh, the secret behind it, choosing what's your priority.
Yeah, absolutely. And like as Stella mentioned, it is something that you don't need to sit at a desk for hours on end just to work on this
No.
business, right? This is more on the go. Like you have your phone, you're out and about, you can still access to your business and answer questions where you can be. So this is a very like mobile kind of business because it's
Yeah.
running online. You
Yeah.
can be anywhere in the world to do this, right? As long as
Yeah.
you have a device and a thing. So yeah, absolutely. You and me, like I think the minimum I actually spend on it is probably an hour, and I honestly, it's mostly because after when the kids go to sleep, when the house kind of like quiets down, that's when
Mhm.
that's when you sit down. You're like, oh my god. Before it was like I sit down, you just turn on the TV and just like watching, but now
Right.
it's my time where I sit and like that's like my quiet time to work on the business. So it's like an hour and a half maybe max, and then I'm done. Sometimes like I don't really do anything. I just like quickly check and answer things like that. So it's amazing that way because it's so flexible.
Mm-hmm.
The best part is it works around your own schedule, right?
Yes.
So, yeah. So hi Almas, hi Akhilesh. Thank you so much for watching. Guys, please I am really sorry in advance if I'm not pronouncing your name right. It's that's the beauty of it. We're so vast and we're so diverse that anyone and everyone can is in this business, which is amazing. So my other question is, what when you started off with the business, was tell me, was there a challenge that you found when you started off with it,
Mhm.
and one thing that you actually really like enjoy, or even a couple things if you want to mention?
Mm-hmm. So, my challenge is actually okay. What was it feels like it's already a long time ago. My challenge actually may be my own mindset.
Mhm.
I feel like, you know, the my mind keep telling me that you cannot do this, you cannot do this, you cannot do this. I think that's my biggest challenge. And then the beauty of this community is I am assigned of one mentor and one coach. Then and then I also have a lot of people that keep supporting me, right? That you're doing it right. You are on the right path, right? And then keep moving, keep moving, keep going. And then at the time, I I have a lot of doubt of myself because during the pandemic, when the pandemic hits, a lot of business got hit, and then I also got reduced income and reduced hour, and
Mhm.
then at that time, it's very hard not to doubt yourself, right? Sorry,
Okay.
emotional. But then, since I joined the community, I got a shower of love, a shower of support, and then it feels like amazing. If you ask my mentor, he will tell you that since the day we have a Zoom together, I feel that support that I cried to him, and then I think it felt awkward at the time. You feel I feel like I cannot do this by myself, and then the community that I am in keep reminding me you are not alone. We are here for you, and then you have the best training. So what you need to do is just plugging in, and then that's what I did. And you see, today I can call myself a successful business owner because I can run it very well, like really well. And then aside of that is my mindset is also transformed. It's because aside from only uh, I've been trained for technically, I also been coached about how to have the right mindset, because being an entrepreneur, if you still have an employee hat, you will not go anywhere. But when you have an entrepreneur hat, that desire to keep on moving and to have that dream on your mind, and then you have that mindset, you will never give up. uh, your enthusiasm will keep you going. So I think now I already overcome my doubt for myself, and I think that's the biggest challenge for me.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that. I just got a little emotional there, but I can understand because I was pretty much that way too. When I started off, I was like, oh my God, I'm just, maybe this is over my head. Maybe I thought I could do this. Maybe I can't, or whatever. There's a lot of self doubt, especially when you have never had a business of your own
Hmm.
previously, right? And then to start something so fresh, it's, I think for us, like who've always worked for someone else, we don't know the scope of the whole process until we actually have our own, right? But the beauty about this business is that you don't have to worry about all that. Like I don't think I've never come across a business, and I've mentioned this before, that I've never come across a business that gives you everything. They like,
Hmm.
here you go, here's everything, here are your tools, here's the system. You get your own mentor, there's a business community, everything. All you got to do is just
Plug in.
plug in, get onto
Mhm.
social media and, just
Just
get out there and tell to people that this, you can do it too, kind of thing,
mhm,
which
mhm.
is it's just incredible. And you're right, the whole mindset is something that had to change along the way. And I feel like now more than ever, like I'm still in the process. I'm not gonna lie. I'm still in the process. There are times where I feel like, that maybe, you have that self-doubt, but then when you talk to other people in the community, it was like, no, 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 you're gonna do this, you're gonna do this, you're gonna be amazing. And
Mhm.
that's the beauty, that support. And there's so many,
You
like,
feel it too, right? Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. Like it's just people you've never met them physically, but everyone's like this global community just becomes like a family for you. And you guys start talking, getting to know each other. Like I
Mhm.
can tell you that I just found out somebody in Calgary who I didn't know before, but through this business, I found out that we actually come from the same town. We come from Tanzania.
Oh.
And I was like, oh my God, are you from there? She's like, yeah. And I was like, what city, where we used to live? And then we start talking about, our life
Mhm.
back
Yeah.
home. So it was really nice. So yeah, I think it's pretty incredible the way this business community really comes forward and really, really supports you. And there's no competition. Nobody's like out to get you or anything like that. Everyone's doing their own
Tap you
thing.
in the back. No.
Exactly. No, no, not at all, not at all. And that's something that's really sad, but it does happen in like in the workplace or wherever you are. But that's something about the business, that there is nothing like that, because everyone's brand is different. Everyone does it differently, but everyone's goal is pretty much the same, and we all work together like that.
Mhm.
So yeah, I totally get it. I hear you. Hi, Helen. Thank you so much for watching. So, final question is that for those of, as you know, like you have your followers, I have my followers. So, for those who are really thinking about it, just wondering, contemplating, what would you say to them about this business?
Mhm. So, mm, I might have one thing that I want to share. Actually, I have a lot, but I already narrowed down maybe one thing that I want to share uh, about this business, about your life, about everything that you want to achieve. I have three things that I think everybody needs to have. One, be clear of your goals. Two, be clear of your problem. Three, be clear of your risk. So uh, in comparison of a clock, the clock ticking on your wall, the clock knows what its goal is, to tick every second, 1 second at a time. And then the problem will help you when you really knows about your problem. In either now or in the future, you will know a way on how to tackle it, right? So if the clock have a problem of, oh no, the battery is dying, so uh, it will help you to think, okay, if the problem comes, what should I do? Okay, just change the battery, right?
Mhm.
And then when you know about what is your risk, the clock, if the clock stops, what is the risk? Okay, maybe the mom will be late to wake up, and then late to wake up the kids to go to school. You'll be late to go to work, right? So it's just a metaphor, but when you know yourself, let's say you know your goals, man, you will never stop, because when you set your mind to your goals, I want to have a better life, I want to have more time with my family, I want to have uh I don't want to worry anymore about my financial in the future, or if I want to help my parents back home, I can just transfer the money to them without worry about myself, about my kids. Once you have that goal in your mind, man, you will never stop, right? So please, please, please be clear about your goal, and then you think again where you are right now. Will you be there in the next 5 years or 10 years if you keep doing what you're doing now? And the next one is be understand your problem, meaning uh, running a business is not a sales smooth, right? You have to expect that you will have a problem. So what is a problem? Think about what can you do once the problem is come. So be proactive, not reactive. Because when you're not prepared and then you being reactive, you just put more burden on yourself. But when you really think and then you prepare, okay, I might face something in the future, but I want to prepare myself now, right? Like, I don't know how to run a business, but right now I'm building my confidence, I'm building my knowledge now. So if in the future I'll have a problem, I know how to do it. If I don't know how to do it, at least I know who I can reach out to, right? So uh, be clear about your goals, be clear about your problem. And then the third one, I think is the most important one, be clear about your risk. What is your risk? Like the clock, if the clock stops, you know what's the risk. If you yourself stop dreaming, if you yourself stop uh, wants to reach your dream, and then you just taking your life for granted, you just do whatever life's happening to you, where will it be? Where will it take you to, right? Um, for me, I refuse to stop. I refuse to just sitting idle. I refuse to just living my life as a mediocre, because Asmina and me and you, we are a child of God. I don't know if you believe in God or believe in the universe. You deserve more than what you have right now. And then whatever you ask, whatever you dream about, if you move, if you take action, you will be there. If you stop, like the clock, you will never be there. So that's it. Be sure of your goal, be sure of your problem, and be clear about your risk. Those three will keep you going and then reach your goal. I'm sure of it.
Amazing. Thank you, Stella. And as you were talking, I was remembering, I actually was watching this yesterday. Steve Harvey. Like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
love that guy. I think he's just it's so incredible and so inspirational. But he even said that, when God wants you to succeed, and if you tell God that I want this, be ready to be checked. That he's going to put, like, there will be trials, there will be challenges along the way, because he's going to test how badly do you want that.
Mm-hmm.
So when you were talking like that, I was like, oh my God, he said the same thing yesterday. So I had to mention it. But yeah, absolutely. It is something, this is, so guys, it is something that you have to you have to know what you want in life. If you're okay with your 9 to 5 job, or like your shift work and everything like that, if you're okay with that, then great. You know what? All the best to you. But if you're looking for something that will give you extra, will give you job security, because face it, online world, when you start something on the online world, it is job security, right? For your future, because that never shuts down. Your job
24/7.
24/7. But your job is something that it's here today, tomorrow it's not. And we have seen it throughout the whole pandemic, how what has happened. So just know, like Stella said, know what you want in life. If this is something that you want, be ready to take action, but also be ready to work hard, because this is not a rich, quick scheme. You do have to put in a little bit of your effort and be plugged in all the time. And that's when you will see your business grow. So, yeah, perfect. So we're just going to end it off. Thank you again very much, Stella, for coming on my page and talking. It was very you're just very inspirational. Guys, if you want, you can definitely check out Stella's page. She's really good and she sings really beautifully as well. So definitely check out her page as well. Otherwise, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you everyone who's on the chat roll. And if there's any questions, please feel free to reach out to one of us. We'll be happy to talk to you more. All right. You guys have a good day. Enjoy your week. I'll be back tomorrow at 3:30 again for my 9th day. And yeah, that's it. So you guys have a good day. Take care.
Happy Wednesday.
Bye. Bye.